one thing that you asked for us to work on is men's cuts. So I wanted to show you a quick technique for scissor over comb work for cutting the sides and the back of a men's haircut. So first you have to start out with a super wet canvas. So this is something that you would do after shampoo. Or, you know, you can spray it down and then shampoo, but why would you do that? So we're gonna fully saturate and then take your comb and comb all of the hair forward to find the part. Wherever the part is, you're gonna section that and brush it away from the side. And then take this section that you sectioned out. So this is, what is this, the parietal? I don't know. Point of distribution? Who knows?
Recession.
Recession. That is what it is. So we'll comb that piece down. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of bounce it up a little bit to see where it starts to fall. Because what we're going for is for the sides to still lay down flat, to not be long enough to poof out, but to not be too short that it sticks straight up like a buzz cut. So in pinching the little pieces, you start to see where it bounces and falls. So I can tell that if I start to cut more than about 1 centimeter, that it's going to be a little too fuzzy. So we're going to go a little bit longer than that, and I'll probably take about 1 inch off of this. So I'm going to comb it back down, get everything nice and even. Now the trick, rather than taking a slice and brushing all of this back and then cutting these pieces with your hands however you would do that, it's a little hard for your hands to manipulate those things. What you're going to do instead is you're going to take your shears flat to the ground and you're going to slide forward and pick up that piece of hair, take some of these pieces down here, let them drop, and then catch it with your comb and kind of pull it out like so. And then wherever it starts to fall, see these pieces right here are starting to fall. If you're too far in, you'll see they still go up. If you're too far out, then you're not going to get quite as good of a trim. Which if you're going for a little bit shaggier, then that's fine. So we're going to take where it starts to fall, and we're just going to cut that off. And I know that's kind of terrifying because you're going to leave a line in there. But when you comb that down, see how these pieces, they don't poke out, they're not too short, they're not too long. Now we're going to take the next section about 1/2 inch down. I'm going to take these little pieces down, catch it with the comb, bring it up to where that line that you just put in there, so your guide line, and you're going to cut that off. Now you're going to comb it back down, see it's still not sticking out, it's short enough that it's laying down. I'm going to go another 1/2 inch below, catch it with the comb a couple times, bring it up to where the last guide was, cut it off, comb it down, still not sticking out, but it's still getting a whole lot shorter. I'm just going to, yeah, don't worry about that piece, or this piece. Okay, now we're going to go right above the ear. Catch that with your comb, bring it up to your guide line, and then snippety snip it off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to connect all of these by just lightly dusting with your shears as you travel all the way up with the comb to make sure everything is nice and connected. Now I'm probably going to need to go up and around the face frame just because it's mannequin hair and just dust that off and clean that up. Just the pieces that your comb doesn't grab. But it takes about half the time. And you get a really clean finish, and it's also an easy way for you to not cut it too short to avoid the fuzzies. And then you've got plenty of room. You can see where you're going to cut over the ear, so I'm just going to cut that off just for old time's sake, just for fun, just because I want to, just because it's Deborah and I can mutilate her ear without having to worry about her complaining or calling Kara. Alright, and that's how you would do it. And you connect it going all the way through the back in a similar way. You find wherever the point of distribution is, wherever the hair starts to fall, brush that away, and then whatever is going downward, you obviously have to have a wet canvas. Comb it down, figure out where it's going to fall, and you can connect it to this guideline that you've already created. It's a little short for me.
Deborah's sleepy, nodding off.
Deborah needs to wear some high heels. part. Just gonna pick it up. And there's probably going to be a little bit of some weird little discrepancies right through here, so we're just going to pick it up over the ear. Hope the mask doesn't get in the way. And any little pieces sticking straight up, you just get those off. And there you go. It's not sticking out. It's not looking funky. There you go. You'll just connect it all the way around. Take you like 5 minutes. You're welcome.